Hi there. Casper is up by over 3% today. It's time to take a look at the price of it and see what the whales are doing. If you're new to my sessions, here are the 3 items I cover, including Wyckoff stage, trend change potential, as well as key price levels. These are educational content and not financial advice. The weekly chart of Casper is showing us that the bulls are trying to recover from the low point that once again been tested last week. So that level, if you look at this line that we haven't drawn to that point, it was basically the level that's been tested multiple times back in mid to late December. So let me draw the line over here, then you can clearly see what was happening last week. All right, that's a level at around 0.004. Not that we hope to see it being tested so often. What's important last week, when I say last week, it's just less than 20 hours ago because this week's candle just started. It closed very close to that level. It has not happened before in December. All right, that's not a positive sign. If you look at the history of Casper, it has never come to that level, to close at that level. So essentially is closing lower than December. So it's not positive at all. But let's take a look at the big picture from the Wyckoff view. It's still going through the paper hands, diamond hands test. And as you know, most of the investors or even speculators, they have jumped onto the ship of gold and silver or maybe even copper. So that's why they are not looking into crypto right now. And even the last bit of, I would say, the weaker diamond hands or the diamond hands that turned paper hands, they probably have, offloaded some of their money and go chase the last minute gains of those precious metals. All right. So that's the thing. So even if we look at the Wyckoff view, I shared multiple times previously that what we are looking to see to happen in Casper is something similar to what happened back in April in 2025. Some long white candlesticks plus, tall volume bars. This hasn't come back yet. Right? That has to happen to challenge the yellow key level of 0.024 in order to show us that Casper is really, getting a chance to go to a new distribution cycle. All right. Right now, it's still far from that. There's still a lot of work for the bulls to work on, or a lot of support for them, in order to make that become reality. So now here, the daily, when we look at this, I shared 4 dates over there, and the second one is very close. It's just within 24 hours. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen the next day. There is a slim chance. Sometimes it happens, the bulls suddenly get sufficient support and push the price outside of the downward channel. But as of now, like I said, it is still heading this way and even deviating from the slope or the rate of decline of the channel itself. So you see there's 2 clear variants, right? So 27th of January is less likely. Even 3rd of Feb is a bit stretched unless, these white candles continues and push the price back to above this intermediate level of 0.0045. Otherwise, we have to wait till into like the end of the first week of Feb or even mid-Feb. That's the next point. Below Feb 7, there is this Feb 10th. That's relying on the intermediate support level that's been tested multiple times, like I said in the beginning, including December. All right. If all of these remaining 4 opportunities fail, then unfortunately Casper has to continue with this downward channel until it seeks the actual bottom. All right. It's still a possibility that it continues with the downtrend. Not that I hope for it to happen. It's just because the macro environment, and you see how crazy people are jumping into gold and silver. So it really is a very difficult time for everybody. It's a very risky time. So play safe wherever you put your trade. Remember to set a stop loss, whatever price surge you are going after, whatever parabolic or vertical curve you are chasing. If you're interested to get access to these sessions 2 days earlier than the others, it's time to join the channel membership now. I'm moving on to the next session, and here's a video that you may be interested in. See you later.